This little tutorial is just to show you how I start knitting in the round with just a few stitches. So we've got our cable needles and yarn, of course. So lay it, yarn over, pick it up where it's crossed. Okay, and then you now hold on to this firmly for quite a while till we get our stitches established. Okay, so I'm holding both bits of yarn. Sorry, I'll show you that again. Needle under, yarn over the needle, complete your stitch. Now this can be a little bit awkward, so I hold on to the stitch so till it's finished. Needle under, yarn over, complete your stitch. Now if you find this difficult, you can use a crochet hook, and then you have to transfer it onto a knitting needle when you've done your cast on. Okay, needle under. Now when I do my top down beanies, I start with 8 stitches, so that's what I'm going to do here. Under, over the needle, complete my stitch, under, over the needle, complete my stitch, 7, 8. Now you can make this loop here a little bit smaller by pulling on your yarn, but don't pull it all the way. You can do that later. Okay, now we're going to start knitting our rows. Slide all of the stitches onto your cable, divide them into 2, slide, so we've got our loop, the 8 stitches we cast on, and this is where we finish. So we want to come to the beginning of where we started. So slide that needle along, and we can start working. So pick up your working yarn, ignore the tail, and we can start knitting. Now this is a row where I increase, so I'm going to do that now, but future tutorials will explain my proportions and everything better. So I'm knitting into the front and back of each stitch. I think it takes about 6 rows before things become easy. So on that needle we now have 8 stitches. We haven't worked these 4, so we need to work those. Slide your needle along. Now this often gets called a magic loop in crochet, but I just called it an adjustable loop because it's exactly what it is. 2, 4, 6, I don't know if okay. Then we're going to increase. So we've got a working needle, front and back, front and back, front and back. So now there's 8 stitches on each needle. Okay, ready to work there. Now again, when I'm knitting top down beanies, my normal method is then to do a row without increasing. If you'd like to see more of this, please let me know. Okay, I might have missed an increase here. Okay, that's that knitted. I would then put a little stitch marker here at the beginning of my round, just so you know exactly where you are. So that's it. That's the adjustable cast on. Now I will give you another little tip if you have a bit of trouble controlling your loop. Okay, still a bit messy, but let's do a little tidy up. We've got our tail here, pull it tight, and there you can, I'll just pull that onto the cable, and you can see there's the start, and we're ready to start increasing till we get to the size we want. If you find the starting a little bit difficult, what you can do, let's pull that out. What I love about this method, if you really make a mistake, there's very little to pull out, and you can just start again. Okay, so what you can do is do a loop like that. It's not quite as neat when you're finished, but that can make your life a little bit easier to do your casting on. You don't have to grip your yarn. So if you want to do that way, go ahead and do it. You can see this loop stays intact. Except I have done it the wrong way around. I should have knitted with that. So make sure you've got the adjustable bit that you can pull before you knit. So there's the little loop, and you can cast on that way. But do try and practice the first way I showed you, because, as I say, it does give a much neater little circle at the top of your hat or whatever you're knitting. Okay? So don't get too frustrated. Just do it a few times. Doesn't take long, and you're ready to go, increasing and creating a top-down beanie. Thanks.